Hello everybody, it is Nicole from Kiwi, and in the final bonus Wings Witchtober video, we are drawing Tecna. So let's not waste any time and hop right into the video. So for the final time, and I will stop mentioning it afterwards, but all of the Winx Witches are available as a coloring page pack on my Etsy, which will be linked in the description and in the comment. And don't forget to stick around until the end for a exclusive discount code for 20% off your entire order from my shop. This only lasts until the end of October, so if you do plan to purchase anything, I would do it soon, but of course there is no pressure. So when it came to designing Tecna, it was definitely the most challenging because her power is the least organic and natural because it's based around technology, whereas the others are based around more natural things like nature, fire, etc. However, I still wanted her design to feel like it belonged with the rest, which is why I included ruffles in all of their designs, which I mentioned in Flora's. Although it was definitely challenging because ruffles are not my most favorite thing to draw and color, I felt like it helped tie them all together. And then for the rest of Tecna's outfit, I just used a lot of diamond shapes to make it look cohesive and like it went together. As for the colors, Tecna's assigned color is purple, but I decided to go for green because that's typically of what I think of is associated with technology. And as I mentioned before, I wanted to challenge myself to use a color that wasn't their assigned color for this outfit. For the markers, I actually pulled out my Arteza Everblend Fashion Tone marker set, which I haven't used in a while, but there are good colors that go really well together in this set. I used a highlighter yellow color, which is from the Ohuhu Pastel set, and shaded that with green to make it look more like neon green since it didn't have a neon green marker. And for the most part, the method of adding in color and shading it is basically the same. The last color I added was the dark gray to give it contrast, which you may be seeing a pattern with all the Winx Witches. I seem to like adding colors at the end that will help make the rest pop. Another thing I did near the end was clean up the edges because I color kind of messy, especially after a long filming day. And Tecna was the second video I filmed that day because I filmed Aisha before. I was also thinking of making a video on ways to fix alcohol marker mistakes, so if you want to see that, please let me know in the comments and I can start preparing that. Overall, I'm really happy with Tecna's design and all the other Winx Witches I designed. It was definitely a fun challenge, and I really liked making outfits for them that fit their personality but also was not based on the show and only on the character or the element themselves. If you're interested in coloring the Winx Witches yourself, they are available on my Etsy, and if you want 20% off your entire order, including anything else in my shop, use the code WINXWITCHES at checkout. This code only lasts until the end of October this year, so be sure to use it if you planned on getting anything. And if you do color and post it on social media, be sure to tag me at eKiwi and use the hashtag eKiwiColoring so I can see it and share it. I also want to say a huge thank you to everybody who has supported me, whether you watch my videos, leave comments, support me on Instagram, on Etsy. I really appreciate it all, and it makes me really happy to be able to provide these things for you guys. Please feel free to let me know if there's any videos that you want to see me make. I'll try my best to do that. If you like this video and want to see more like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you're notified of when new videos come out. There's also a link in the description to my Drawing Winx in My Style playlist, where you can see all the other witches that I've designed for Witchtober this year. So with that, I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. Keep drawing, keep creating, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!